Talkin Sauce episode 120.
Maybe. We'll see. Look at the bottom. Look at the description underneath. Maybe it's 120. Maybe it's 119. Maybe it's 121.
Whatever. You'll listen.
You'll listen.
You're watching.
Hopefully.
Well, if you're here. If you're here, you're here.
That's fair.
You know? Like in this room.
That's fair.
That's just it.
I mean, I'm here. I
to
checked
the void,
out
we're talking.
right when I walked in, so...
Checked out
I
when
don't
I
have
woke
much
up.
faith in I don't have much faith in the listeners.
Never present mentally.
These are all bots. All these views are bots. We're broke though, so we can only.
I was
afford
saying we
not a
would
lot
have
of
some if they were
we
actually.
can afford one bot.
Meaning to look into that. Actually, it's getting desperate out here.
It is a horde.
Sunday, fun day. What, dude? What?
Ignore me. Just...
What do you mean? You're laughing at what I said?
Yeah,
I'm asking him what's
You're
so
on
fucking
camera now.
funny.
I don't have to use that though. That's the best part.
Well, then you're gonna use this audio. That's why you got 2 drinks, and they're gonna hear that
Goofy
you got
ass.
1 Rise Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew Rise, Mountain Dew Kickstart.
One just
couldn't finish your own bit. Look at you.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
I was on camera
Crack
and
up
everything, dude.
mid sip. Okay.
Don't have to use it.
So, before we get into like some topic stuff, what's up?
Dude, did y'all hear fucking Tyler the Creator's new album, dude?
I've actually listened to a few songs now. It's really good.
Fire,
it's really good.
Fire.
Yeah.
No, I love how
Rarely
he talks
misses
his shit.
Yeah, he rarely misses.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna go down as like one of the more impactful creative artists of our time.
Definitely. And just like one of those that like the
arc.
creative arc, has been so like when he started out when we were in like high school or whatever it was, to where he's at now is crazy.
Well, and also keep in mind too, like some people might criticize that depending on what what part of his music you're a fan of. But keep in mind he started at like 16 years old.
Yeah, for real.
Like virally, so you know his music kind of has to change.
Yeah,
because he's.
If he was still making 16-year-old music, then
that's a problem.
Big old problem.
Yeah.
But dude, this is totally off topic. But
was he fucking a day to remember? Like
this kind of leads into that, dude. So remember Mayhem Fest way back in the day?
Yeah.
So Lexi went to all those same ones that I was at back in like 2011 and shit. And we were looking through videos of Suicide Silence. Actually, one of the last shows that
Mitch was at.
That Mitch did.
Oh wow!
I think it was one of like the last 10 shows he did.
Wow.
But we were going through like
peace,
dude, for real. We were going through like the Circle Pit videos and stuff, dude, and saw like my goofy ass. Dylan, do you remember Rashid?
Yeah,
Rashid, me and Rashid went. I don't even know why. Like it was me and him. We like never hung out except just we ended up going to Mayhem Fest together. Dude, fucking hilarious, dude.
I'm classic.
There, we went through like 10 videos watching it like quarter speed, just seeing if they could like see me running through it. Crazy.
That's awesome.
I wonder what happened to a lot of those people, dude. Like probably dead, right? A lot of those people just in the crowd that I saw.
Oh yeah. Yeah, more than half.
Yeah,
more than half.
75%. It's crazy.
No, they're mostly probably all like finished college.
Yeah.
I
finished college. They're all 6 figures.
They're mostly all posers who were out of that phase like 6 months later.
Like real metal fans, dude.
That's what's up. Yeah, there's a lot of shows that have been getting posted and tours that have been postponed that are back now that look very tempting.
Oh yeah. Oh, what are you looking at,
metal? Dude? Some different ones like August Burns Red is playing a tour.
Who are they coming with? Is it just them?
They're playing with I forget. Only like 3 other bands, and they're nothing to scarf at. I can't fucking remember.
Yeah. I really want to go to like another metal festival though, dude. Like going to that country music fest like a while ago, but it was just like the energy is just so much different. I feel like and part of it is probably because I enjoy the music more, but I don't know. I feel like the energy is way different at those metal shows,
it just makes
metal
you think
fests.
of that, to the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's just like, damn, that would have been can number 2.
Whatever, dude.
Mountain Dew, sponsor us.
Bless you. Bless you again.
Dude, let's do a live podcast from
one of those festivals.
Let's see, because Warped Tour's canceled. I'm assuming Mayhem Fest doesn't happen anymore, but
something like it probably.
Something like it. I know because there was what was the big one in Charlotte?
I don't know, but I gotta blow my nose. I'll be back.
Where were we at?
Metal festivals, concerts.
Oh,
such
it
and
was one
such.
like Metallica was doing like the 3 nights or whatever. They're doing.
Yeah.
They were going to do like Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and something like each night was going to be a different.
There's
album.
one of those too somewhere.
Epicenter. I think that's what it's called. Epicenter.
Yeah, there's one of those going on sometime soon for a lot of bands. I just can't remember what it is. It's got Kill Switch Engage and shit like that.
Yeah, it's fire.
All the bands.
You need to go, dude. Do it backstage, mid-show. You can't hear us at all. Screaming into the mics.
Oh, you want me to do one of those?
Yeah. No, but like,
Go get
yeah,
arrested?
so the Hurricanes.
Just plug the
good.
pod.
Yeah.
Get my. Not only will I get arrested, but also get my ass beat.
Yeah.
Not worth.
Worth it.
Worth?
Worth.
All right.
Worth.
Bet.
Do it.
You just pay for like my bail.
Nah.
I'll just expense it.
Yeah.
I'll just expense it.
Dude, put it on the company card.
Yeah, I'll
dude.
do that.
The podcast.
Yeah,
company
that's
card.
what I mean. Yeah, for sure.
I've opened up credit cards in all of our names.
Love it.
Me too.
Been buying so many things,
I was wondering why you were asking for my social the other day.
and I appreciate you having faith and just giving it to me.
I mean, known you a long time.
Remember when someone broke into both y'all's places and took all your like birth certificate and like personal IDs?
Mhm, I do remember that.
That was me.
You would have thought I would have been more freaked out about that.
And you
but-
thought it was weird that like they put it back because I photocopied.
I was pretty
it.
grateful.
Yeah, well,
at least I got the originals. You know,
a good friend. Like only a
Good
friend would do
the
that.
best of friends.
Yeah.
Really. Did I watch a video? This is again way off topic about the like release of Fallout 76 and just how fucked it was. But there was a point when like they had a thing like fill out all this information and you'll get. Cause you remember like the whole bag thing, the canvas bag that was actually like a vinyl bag with pre-order.
right.
So and then, like they had a vodka that they were putting out that was fucked. So they did this whole like refund form. Everyone filled it out, and then they found that anyone could access it through their website. Just a list of your name, address, credit card, like just everything.
And people were just getting free
people
money.
were just like literally just like putting out videos, just scrolling down, like look, like everything. You can just.
There had to have
any
been
of
one
it.
person who like knew how many orders were refunded, and when like they saw that number was hit, they're like, oh, we're finally done. And then like some other person's like, no, we got like thousands more. That's so much money to get back. They're like, wait, what?
Are fucked.
Oh man, it's
gonna be a real bummer when it happens.
a
to
blunder
Skyrim
on a blunder.
or the new.
Chill,
Elder
bro.
Scrolls,
Chill, bro.
I'm just saying.
Different people, bro.
Is it?
Well,
It's Bethesda, right?
yeah, different
Bethesda.
side of the office.
Maybe.
That's what I'm
Hope.
saying. Different managers.
Mm,
Come on, bro.
Same investors, bro.
Chill.
It's gonna be fucked, dude.
Chill.
It's gonna be worse than Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but
Watch your mouth.
76. Here's the problem
I
with
think
76.
76 low-key was worse than Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, that's arguable.
Well,
Because 76 is starting to build up a
but also when,
base.
but when it came out, dude, it
it was
literally
bad when
bricked
came
PCs.
out. Yeah, no, it was bad.
It bricked consoles. People
And no
had to
one-
reset consoles and re-download console operating systems.
And no one was playing either.
Nobody was.
People
playing,
couldn't
dude.
find people because literally no one. The biggest problem with 76 in general, though, is that it, aside from it not working, it was not really. No one told anyone it was an MMO.
Yeah, it was.
No one told
yeah.
anybody, and then it just
It's like
that's
it
what
was
it
like
is.
it's always online.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, fuck.
No one saw that
Dude, and
coming.
then they found people found.
No one's
the
doing
dev
that
room.
with Skyrim. That's why it won't fail. That was my whole
Hopefully.
point.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's
'cause they
gonna be
have-
broken. Skyrim was fucking broken
Yeah.
at many points.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fucking
But you were
broken.
like, I was like,
Jerking off
yeah,
this guy.
well,
But as
Yeah.
broken as it was,
Still a great game.
one of the best
Amazing
games of
game.
all time.
I mean, the Witcher was super broken when it came out, and then they fixed the shit up, and that
It's
was
how it goes,
amazing.
man.
But
It's more about
They're wrong with
do
patches,
they fix it?
as long as you patch
If
it.
they
Long
fix it,
patch
and how good is that story when it comes to games like that?
yeah, but dude,
The story won't fail.
So, but you know how, like in every Fallout, there's the dev room with all the shit in the game. So, like for when the developers are testing shit, and people always find it, break into it, and it's never a problem when you're playing by yourself because it's just like if you're gonna just do that, I guess. But so with always online, there's still a dev room, and people found it. We're going into it, stealing all the shit, and then doing all sorts of like duplication bugs and shit, and selling stuff online. But the developers couldn't figure out how people were getting in, and so they were banning people for just having high level items. So people were like, dude, I literally have 600 hours put into your shit game to get this great armor, and then I get banned for it. And so they were sending out. The first thing they sent out was like, if you write us a 500-word essay on why using exploits in games are bad, maybe we'll unban your account. And, I mean, everyone got roasted for that. So then they started just saying, if you tell us how you got into the dev room. We'll give you your account back. Just trying to like bribe motherfuckers into snitching, and people are still getting in. So I guess no one ever
Never got
snitched.
fixed.
But dude, it was.
That is
Comical.
hilarious.
I mean, I've always hated Fallout. Personally, like, not a Fallout fan. I think
Yeah.
the game sucks. Just like
I
it's like
remember-
the Rick and Morty video games. It gets way too much hype and it sucks.
I don't know. I mean, the only one I played is New Vegas, which according
Everyone
to the internet,
likes New Vegas,
according to
yeah.
the internet, I think is one of the best ones. But
I've never
really
heard anyone
love
talk
New
bad about
Vegas.
New Vegas.
I really loved it. There was one I got one of the glitches. It was when you walked into the city for the first time, it would always crash unless you were wearing this one cowboy hat
I love it.
that you had, and it was only getting in the first time.
That's such
It
a
was just-
Bethesda ass
Dude, it was
glitch.
just- you had to
son.
put the cowboy hat on. You walked in, you were good, and then you could do whatever. But you just needed that cowboy.
I
hat.
remember one time in Skyrim, I was playing the fucking companions mission where you follow what's his face down into the fucking cave, and there's that circular room where there's that cell in the back where you get locked in by going back there, and
You
this-
see Homeboy turn into a werewolf.
you see Homeboy turn into a werewolf, and the Silverhand shows up for the first time. Well, one time I got locked in there, and the queue happened. He goes to the middle of the circle. All the Silverhand people run in, and everyone just stopped. The game didn't freeze. Everyone just stopped what they planned on talking about
Just
or
the
doing.
dialogue didn't go. They're all just like that.
Yep, and I'm
You're
fucking
just-
in there.
And isn't bro just like standing there as a werewolf when this happened, or did he transform yet?
I can't remember
I
because all
feel-
I know is my
I remember
ass
the
was stuck and
story.
I could not get out, and I didn't have enough. Like my last save was like it's early on in the game, depending on if you go after that quest line early. Nonetheless, I was not in a position to save, to revert to any usable save, and pretty much lost my whole file
Damn.
because of that bug.
Hate to see it,
Bethesda
dude.
does that shit,
Bethesda do be doing that.
but they make up with games like Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of games, on topic and things pissing you off and games being broken, Tarkov, right?
Tarkov.
So last time we all talked,
Escape from.
I was pissed
Mm-hmm.
because the game needed a wipe and it wasn't getting one. At least it seemed like it. But events were happening and and the economy was beginning to crash.
Mm-hmm.
And so they removed Bitcoin, and that removed like the big passive way to make money. And it seemed like they were freezing out everybody and just melting the economy out for however long the game was going to be left until wipe. That's just the information we had. And I was not happy.
I
Right?
remember. I recall.
Fair and fair, I was not happy. Immediately thereafter, the next day, probably even that evening, they added a feature where on certain maps there's extracts where if you are a PMC and there's a player scav, and you both go to this particular extract, you can extract together. Or any number of player scavs and PMCs in that extract at the same time can extract together.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a few maps: Woods, Reserve, Interchange, and I think that's it. Those three. If you did that, they had some lore behind it. All these events had lore behind it. If you did that, you and those player scavs, or use the scav and those PMCs, would all get 100,000 USD in the game, and that is worth like 10 million rubles, which is the common currency. So they just gave free money back to the community immediately after removing away the passive slow grind. Kind of undid everything I was upset about. So the economy's still completely broken, but for the better, where everyone can just farm money, and it kind of influences people to work together and play some competitive PvP, so to speak. It was interesting. A lot of fucked up and funny shit happened, dude. So at one point, I'm doing it with a buddy of mine, and we're in the whole raid for about 40 minutes.
Okay.
We go immediately to that extract, and we're waiting for a player scav to spawn in and just come to us, right? And that's usually how it goes. And some maps it varies. On Interchange, usually it takes really long. So we're down to like the last 10 minutes of the raid. We're there for like 30, 35 minutes. Player scav shows up. There's like maybe 3 or 4 other PMCs there. There's a good number of us. Player scav shows up, runs up. We're all like, yeah, dude, come on, get in here. He comes up. We all huddle around him. We're in the extract. Timer's counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Player scav shoots me in the head. And I fucking die. And I don't extract, dude. And I don't get the fucking money, dude.
He just shot you?
Just me.
That is hilarious.
I could not believe it. I heard like horror stories that like shit like that might be happening and people were like camping it and stuff, but it hadn't happened for the worst yet. And I was just like, bro.
Can you only do it like once a day, or you can do it over and over and
you
over?
Can just
so you can just
farm
get a
it.
stupid amount of money.
Economy's broken. With that, ammo is like the most expensive it could be.
Nice. Good.
Then they went ahead after that and they changed it so all the scavs are raiders, which are just like boss guards and elevated AI. And then most recently, as of today, they updated it so you don't have your secure container anymore. The thing that lets you keep items and ammo and shit. You can't hold it on yourself.
Damn.
So sell it, don't sell it, you can't use it. But then the biggest downside with that is like if you want to use keys, you're going to lose those keys if you die. Yeah. So like I wouldn't go in for any raid with a key myself. Fuck that.
But it seems like there's no reason to even really raid right now since
raid but just PvP.
Yeah.
Just go in, kill each other, leave. There's no reason to loot or try to hit like loot spots. Maybe still like go there for fighting. But don't try to like go in a door to like expect to get good loot.
Yeah.
That's why the keys are going to be fucked. But also like certain health items you'd put in there.
True.
So just to expect to have to buy all that back.
True, but
nonetheless,
stupid money.
It's the most fun I've had all wipe. And ironically, I'm getting
the most arcadey it sounds like it's ever been.
For sure. And with that, it's allowing me to actually like play without much thought about the loot I'm using, and I'm getting better at the game, or at least
that's good
for the time being.
Yeah.
You know, while I'm playing with
I feel like that's a good way to end each wipe. Make it just like, all right, everyone, fucking have fun. You've grounded out all season.
The last thing they're to do, allegedly, and they've done it before, is make everything free on the trader market.
Just get whatever you want.
Yeah,
like
I think there's still
amounts.
stocks that we'll have to replenish for certain items, and there's probably still the set items at each restock for certain items anyway, but it won't cost you anything.
That's cool.
I'm assuming, and they've done that before, like the day before and stuff. And usually they'll put out like patch notes the day before wipe, but nonetheless, like it's pretty much confirmed it's going to happen, especially with this USD thing, because it's just destroyed the economy. They have to now.
Yeah.
And then with the secure container thing, that's also kind of a given. They'll release patch notes, then they'll wipe. Probably like by no later than Thursday. No later than Thursday, Wednesday they'll wipe.
This week?
Yeah, this coming week.
Have they said how they're gonna what the perma fix for making money is gonna be? Nope.
We'll see.
Are they gonna change something? True.
We'll see.
True.
It won't matter at first because everyone's thing is going to be getting to level 10
Mm-hmm.
and selling hideout upgrade items on the flea market. Maybe Bitcoin will just be reintroduced. I honestly have no idea.
True.
TBD.
TBD.
And it might be in the patch notes before they release too.
Nice.
So we'll see when those come out. But it's fun. I'll probably play after this. I've been playing a shit ton.
Nice, dude. I'm thinking about trying a Dark Souls playthrough, dude. I'm wondering like how many minutes I actually last in the game before I'm like, fuck this.
I'll tell you what,
like
you had fun with Doom, right?
I did. Doom's different. Doom's a little different.
I'm just saying that pace is going to be divided by 8.
Oh, you're gonna say it's gonna be the opposite end of the spectrum. Slow movement. Yeah.
Talk about a grind.
Yeah.
Better time those rolls.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's the biggest thing I can't stand about those games. Just roll timing, and it's just pattern remembering bullshit.
Yeah.
Lackluster.
We will see.
I think people do enjoy the challenge part.
Yeah.
But also too, like, play Mario 64 then. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think there is. And again, I haven't played it. I think there is a lot of like. Again, it's tough to figure out because the lore is so fucking dense and impenetrable. But like, there is a lot of
dry.
Yeah, there's a lot of like quest lines that get cut off if you go do certain bosses at certain times, type of shit. But it's like you wouldn't know unless you played back through again and were like,
that could be fun just for
exploring and finding all the bosses and all that shit.
What's the word?
Roleplay sense?
Well,
replayability.
Yeah, replayability. Yeah,
replayability.
Definitely.
That's the word.
But it makes it tedious when it's so fucking hard.
I gotta
get
through it once
points.
for it to be replayable, though. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll just play Borderlands, man.
Damn.
Yep. See, look at you.
Damn. I still
not 3 though.
I still have to finish that last DLC.
Don't.
I do, dude. Hater. Stanley Cup, dude.
The Stanley Cup.
This is a hockey podcast.
Is it?
Allegedly.
Yeah. Hey, that's what they tell me.
That's what.
There's some hockey stuff back here.
That's what the fucking
behind all the electronics.
That's what corporate says.
That is
corporate sent
you're
down the
goddamn
line.
right.
You
that's what they say.
you guys are the hockey podcast.
And I'm corporate. Stanley Cup final. Your Stanley Cup finalists are. Drum roll threw me all the way off. The Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal Canadiens.
Canadiens.
2 Eastern Conference teams.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're the dominant conference. So
We are the dominant conference. For the first time in a long time, the Montreal Canadiens and a Canadian team have made it to the Stanley Cup final. Is this the first time since 2006 for the Stanley Cup final for a Canadian team?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
That's a good question. I really don't. Yeah, I have no idea.
I can't remember. Probably not.
Probably
right?
not.
I
But
can't-
who knows?
I just can't remember. Look
We're
that
better
up,
at
bitch.
hockey. Canada.
Yeah. I never thought I would find myself
2011.
2011
Canucks.
the Canucks. Yeah.
Against the Bruins. They lost.
Look at
there
that.
you go.
Look at that. We know hockey.
I never thought I'd find myself in a position where I'd be cheering for the Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup final, but here we are.
You're pulling for him. That's your team.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see. I mean, that'd be the second ring Joel Edmondson gets.
I just feel, yeah, for sure. He's a champion
Eric
caliber
Stahl.
player.
Eric fucking Stahl.
They're just a team who I feel like deserves it of these remaining two.
Yeah, Cole Caulfield is disgusting. Dude.
Yeah,
he
is.
It took the team so long to put him in.
And when he got on, it took him no time.
No time, dude. He's fucking small too. Small dude to step into playoff hockey and just
Yeah.
lights out.
Yeah, a lot of confidence. Very, very,
Sick,
very speedy.
And they have Tyler Toffoli, right? I'm not making
Yes.
that up.
No,
dude.
you're not.
Oh, and they're getting their coach back for Game 3. They haven't even had their coach since
Because he was on protocol?
Yeah, Ducharme.
Wow.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, again, it's just it's a lineup that has a lot of solid presence, veteran leadership that's earned this spot. Some of these guys haven't won championships,
Yeah.
or just have been
Carey
overdue
Price.
for another. Carey
fucking Price.
of course.
in the
Shea
Stanley
Weber's
Cup,
a big
dude.
one.
Yeah.
Corey Perry, I think, even though he gets a lot of shit, he plays his heart out.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, and
Yeah.
I think is earned himself a Stanley Cup, another one here.
Mm-hmm.
Amongst other players on that team,
It's true.
Tyler Toffoli as well.
I was really hoping the Islanders would make it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, sure, they would have been very deserving.
Yeah.
No
But just
doubt.
also because fuck like everyone online. There's no stars left in the playoffs. What's going
Yeah,
on?
Barzell's
So
absolutely a
I was
star.
like, how about we just learn to market new stars? Just a thought, just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
But
But he's not in the top 10 in scoring.
not in the top 10 of score. He's not
Still a
Connor
star, though.
McDavid.
Still a star.
He's not Nikita Kucherov.
Nope.
Therefore, not deserving.
Well, he
to
was
be
not
in
in the top
cup.
10 in scoring either. He was hurt the whole season.
Yeah, but
This-
you know,
he would be.
cheaters.
He
you know?
would. They are cheaters. I mean,
Dirty
yes, Tampa could
cheaters.
win it. They could go back to back, and that would be good for them. But also, they just won one, so I'd like to see Montreal win it.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
that's just how I feel.
yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
But if they win, they win.
I'm pulling for him too. Probably for Eric Stahl, you know. 'cause
That's
I'm a
where a
fucking
lot of it
homer,
comes
bro.
from. Him and Weber are probably my two
Yeah.
biggest. If it wasn't for those two, honestly, I might not want to see them even win.
I feel that.
Good
And,
be
and Carey
honest.
Price,
Yeah, I do forget about Carey Price
a
a
good
lot,
dude
yeah.
and playing his fucking.
He's earned it.
Yeah, I hope John Gibson gets the same opportunity that Carey Price is getting. An excellent goaltender forever. Hopefully his team maybe finally gets
Yeah,
him there.
poor Anaheim.
You got to
poor
Hayden Fleury,
Gibson.
dude. So you got Hayden Fleury. That's step one towards a
Some would
Stanley
say.
Cup contending team.
Some would say.
Speaking but darker hockey news, man. Much darker.
Oh,
You've
shit.
seen all this shit with the Chicago Blackhawks and it was a video coach
Right.
that was reported by players on the team at the time for is it sexual misconduct that they're
An abuse
alleging
of some
sexual
kind.
sexual misconduct, sexual abuse that was reported up the chain. They said the other video coach that they told, and they said he did take it to the team. I forget the guy's name, but he did take it to the team, and then it kind of just
Did they say the
died
name of the guy who they were accusing?
yes.
Has his name been announced?
I think
Because he's still working in the league, isn't he?
No. This is where it's kind of fucked up. So they reported it up the chain. They don't do anything about it. This guy ends up going to work with I don't know. It was under like youth organization on some level,
Right.
on recommendation from the Blackhawks. Like, they
Right.
gave him good recommendations.
I remember reading
And
that.
now he got into legal trouble there for sexual misconduct. That's where even like the guys in the store were like, listen, like, it's fucked up they did it to us, but like, we are grown men, we can at least try to process that somehow. But they're like, it's like they let him go work with kids type. Like,
How long ago did he get in trouble for that?
I want to say
remember
it's
reading that?
somewhat recent. It was in the Athletic article. I wish I definitely should have seen the fucking dude's name and everyone that wrote it and all that.
Well, I know
But,
Katie Strang was a big part,
was she?
and I don't know if it was LeBron or not, but I know Katie was a big component.
Yeah. But so I think I think it is fairly recent because the dude got in like legal trouble for what he did there. And then the players came out and they're like, everyone knew. Every single guy in the organization fucking knew.
In the league,
Mark
too.
Bergevin was a head scout for the Blackhawks at the time.
Apparently, he was the head of player personnel.
Yeah. So and he came out. He was like, I didn't know anything about it. It's
Right.
Like, oh yeah, sure.
Or he wasn't in any meetings where,
Yeah.
if everyone did know, he wasn't in those meetings.
Yeah, sure.
It's a situation where now that
Brad
this
Aldrich.
is out. Say again?
Brad Aldrich.
That's
Is
the
the
guy's
dude?
name.
The guy
guy's
getting-
name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a situation where you got to find out everyone who knew about this, and they got to be punished.
It's crazy that the league hasn't even announced an investigation yet.
That's a
have they?
cover-up, man. I mean, there's no way around it.
And
It's a cover-up.
And I know I saw people on Twitter saying it, but it's like, remember how quickly they jumped on the Coyotes for fucking scouting violations and did a huge investigation?
Yep.
And then it's like, this happens.
And went public with it.
Yeah, and then this happens, and it's,
Mm-hmm.
no one's making a statement. Everyone's dragging their feet. It's like,
Yeah.
Chicago, man.
Or that time when reporters were talking about teams that like saying they weren't trying hard enough,
Yeah,
and they like would come out against those reporters.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's fucked, man.
I think people even tried to write about this too in the past,
Probably.
and it just never got.
I'm sure it
went
got
anywhere.
leaked out, and that if you were a team insider and you don't have any national renown, there's probably some pressure there.
This guy needs
keep
to
your
get his
job.
fucking. This guy needs to get his shit taken care of.
Yeah, well,
And
he
you know what I
does.
mean? He needs to get his shit dealt with.
He does, but also, dude, like that. There's gonna have to be some serious gutting of an organization.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. These teams have a lot of people, and the league has a lot of people who should not be working in it for
Yeah.
holding this information close to the chest, and that's really just how this needs to go.
Yeah.
You have
'Cause
to set.
I wonder if it even go. It won't. But remember when the NBA made that one dude sell his team?
Yeah, Sterling.
If it goes like that far with the shit, where they're like we got.
If it goes that far up the chain,
Yeah.
well, I guess it has to, right? How the
I
fuck
mean,
does
if-
everyone not know? Everyone has to know.
Oh, everyone knows.
I wonder how many
Everyone has
people
to
who
know.
like weren't in the Blackhawks organization knew, and then just but new
Oh,
motherfuckers
dude.
and just didn't want to like.
As tight as
how many people
hockey
knew?
circle is.
Yeah.
Just in most pro sports, there's not a lot of you doing it. How tight it is, I'm sure.
I
word
guess why are
leaks
you
out.
covering for this guy?
For real?
You know?
Some fucking video coach. Like the
Fucking creep.
second it pops up that he did that shit to your players, like
I don't know.
I don't know how you're not just like you're getting the fuck out of here, and also here's the police to arrest you right now. Like
Yeah, I don't get it.
It doesn't seem like a fucking hard move to make.
No.
But obviously, I mean, this guy's going through the legal system now, so he better get what he deserves, and the league better do something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fucking something to the Blackhawks, because that's super fucked up.
And so far, everything that I've seen, other than people working hard behind the scenes that aren't affiliated with the league, everything's radio silent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's
it's
not
fucking
good.
Crazy.
That's not right.
It is. Yeah, it's fucked up. Pivoting over to baseball, have you seen all the shit with NC State this weekend?
I did.
With they were one game away from being champions in the College World Series.
Yeah.
Tested positive for the vid and had to leave. Just watching just the backlash from that has been crazy, dude.
I mean, honestly, the most I've seen are people still just being like, "This team had a great season." Like people will not be like the biggest state homers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're gonna be pissed.
Then on the other side, though, you see people saying like, we need to out the unvaccinated people and all that shit. And it's like some of the players who did test positive had been vaxxed. It's just like you can still test positive. The vax just prevents you from dying, from what I understand at least. So yeah, it's been wild, dude. It sucks for them. It sucks hard for, especially guys who did, because I'm sure some of the team did go out get vaxxed. They're like, I'm ready to get back. This is my last shot at my shit before I graduate. And then to get it taken away from whatever happened, just that it got taken away really sucks for them.
Not to generalize it, but you can also just chalk it up to another thing, that COVID prevented from being completed.
Yeah. No, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that got taken out by the pandemic, man.
Yeah. So it's just like, damn, man. It sucks. It just sucks for them.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks for them. Mm-hmm. I saw people calling for, they're like, whoever wins it needs to next year play state in a game to see who's really the. I was like, well, that's not.
It's college. Happen. People will be graduated and.
Hey man, I know you've been just working a job for the past year.
Yeah.
But we're gonna need you. You gotta take a couple months, get back.
You know that really nice accounting job you landed at us with your frat.
Come back.
Nah, we need you to play some 5th year senior ball. The fuck?
Totally worth it, dude. Totally worth it. I don't even know baseball is happening right now.
The shit don't end. It's a long ass season in general.
It's too long.
It's simply I will say it's too long.
It's 182 games.
Some shit.
Something wild. It's too much.
Well, when you're not really doing shit, you can play a lot of games.
It's true. That's true. And when they do have 9 pitchers and stuff, it's like you're playing once every 3 games.
My favorite aspect of the whole setup is the dugout. There's nothing else like it in sports where it's sunken,
yeah, and it
I honestly don't understand the point of that. Is that to prevent foul balls from hitting you in the nuts?
I think so.
Is that
I think it's more to just get out of the audience's way.
That's actually probably true too.
But my biggest point there is why is that not the thing in any other sport? Look at fucking basketball.
Basketball would make a lot of sense.
Basketball
Hockey,
has
you gotta
zero
be
separation.
Yeah, I mean,
more expensive seats because of that.
You're in the stands.
Yeah. You have front row seats to your own game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fun.
Exactly.
Watching all your friends have fun. You're just there all
sweating.
Man, I'll just get
smelling another dude next to you.
Yeah. Having to get up when LeBron comes off the court.
All I'm saying, why the fuck
seats? You're just
why the fuck do baseball players get it's probably air conditioned in there? What the
dude,
fuck is this?
Fans.
You know what? Fuck them, dude. I'm just realizing this is actually trash.
And in every other sideline, there's some sort of. It feels like there's some sort of order to it.
Yeah.
I feel like the dugout's going to your fucking friend's bonus room where it's just everyone's just down there just kicked back chilling, dude. Yeah. You're out of camera view for the most part.
Just
dude.
Eating nachos.
Fucking
no, it's
Babe
true,
Ruth was just getting blown in his dugout.
Well, that's a little different time. But look at the NFL too. Like you're saying, there's a hierarchy to where people sit and stuff. There's only so much room on the fucking bench.
Yeah.
There's only so many benches out there. Motherfuckers are standing.
Everyone's
standing
back there
room only.
At, game here. Okay, the next play we do, we gotta do this shit. Baseball is just
some guy with
I just got a
fucking
new
arms
60-inch
crossed
TV on my patio, dude. Come over, check it out. It's pretty sick, man. It's fucking chilling, bro. Everyone's just eating sunflower seeds.
I want dugouts dug up. I want them filled and they need to be sitting on. They just need to be outs.
Have them elevated.
Yeah.
Have them constantly moving around the field, dude.
They're just the fucking bench.
I agree.
I
think they've been pampered for too long.
Way too long.
Way too long. I think they should have it.
You want to stop them from using illegal substance for pitchers and stuff? What the fuck? You're giving them a literal bunker they can set up in and fucking get their shit together.
He doesn't even have to have it on him, dude. His buddy, who's just a buddy, not even on the team, is there.
Fucking NBC has highlights of NHL players doing smelling salts, and they use it in promo. You would see them.
Hitting them and shit.
Yeah, you would see the fucking players putting oil on or whatever.
Rod's just sticking them in his nose, when he has a nosebleed.
I was talking to a dude who plays baseball about that shit, and he was saying it's kind of like everyone does it.
Yeah,
it's
just an unspoken.
Someone sort of just blew it up.
Yeah, and the one dude spoke about it.
It's kind of I was thinking it's kind of like the fucking Tom Brady shit, just in general, where everyone does something with the balls,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's like Kuznetsov in the Capitals, dude. It's everyone's doing it. It's just he got caught in the hotel room.
On video. Had to have been filming himself, no? Just whoever's across from him, be I'm gonna get this motherfucker.
They Kevin Harted him, dude.
They did Kevin Hart him.
Kevin Harted him. with that white girl,
That
bro.
dirty bitch. That dirty bitch, man. You know, blackmailing fucking evil
Crazy,
person.
dude.
He did cheat on his wife.
He did. That's personal. That's personal. That's between him and his wife.
It really is the between
and
them
you.
and her, but not to blackmail him.
Yeah, come on.
It would be her responsibility to tell his wife.
Hers?
No, well, no, I'm sorry, not hers. But if she were to take any responsibility, that
blackmail.
Yeah, it's not hers.
Yeah, no, blackmail her wife. I'll embarrass you if you don't. I'll embarrass you in public if you don't pay me money.
She should have went that route.
Yeah.
She should have went that route. She probably would have got her money.
Probably would have got her money or gotten killed.
And then Kevin would have been like, "Why did you take out this check?" And it would have been like whatever she wanted, like 100 million or 10, 50 million. It would have been like 5 or something, like something much more reasonable. And he would have been like, "Babe, what's up with this 5 million withdrawal?" And she'd be like, "Oh, just I did some shit. Don't worry about it." He's like,
Kevin, shut your ass up.
"Yeah," and he was like, and he would be like, "Well, I do be cheating on this bitch." So
I do be cheating. It's probably something to do with that.
yeah, it's fair enough. And then no one would ever find out. His reputation would have just been more elevated.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had to do Jumanji. You know damn well that's why he's doing Jumanji.
Yeah.
He's like, now I have to do everything The Rock does.
Now I
for the rest of my
Joe
career.
Rogan experience to to talk about working out to repair my image. That's all you gotta do, man. Just go on Joe Rogan, talk about exercise, and
then you've made it.
You'll be okay. Yeah. That's how it works.
It's the American dream.
It's the American dream.
To be on Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah.
It's my dream.
What would you talk about?
What do I talk about?
Working out?
No.
How jerky's made?
No, I would talk about Skyrim. Let's talk about Skyrim.
You wouldn't want to hear that
Dude,
nerd shit.
You just go talk to him about, dude.
But I would make it very unclear that I'm talking about a video game.
Tell him it's a DM. Make it think it's a DMT trip.
Exactly, like something along those
He'd be
lines.
super intrigued.
Something along those lines.
Like, dude, you need to write this.
That's fucked. Holy fuck. That's hilarious. Dude, I watched when the new producers of Doom went on to Joe, who used to play Doom back in the day.
Okay.
He just like shit on the whole thing for like an hour. Like you could tell like the guy who came on was like, I didn't think this is how this was gonna go. Like at all. Like he was like, yeah, you know, we try to make like the brutality of it like a little cartoonish, just to like, you know what I mean? And Joe's like, it's not cartoonish, dude. Like quit trying to make excuses, man. This is like he's like, you want to make some brutal violent shit. Just say you want to make some brutal violent shit. He was like, no, like it's brutal and violent, but like when you pull a guy's eye out, it goes like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, we add shit like that, just, you know, make it a little lighthearted. He's like, nah, man. And then he told him that they need to change the name of the production company because the guy who made the first Doom obviously doesn't work for him anymore. Someone else, like this guy, stepped up into his place. Like, this guy doesn't work for it anymore. Why don't you guys just change the name? He was like, what? He was like, I don't. It's software, right?
Just critiquing his whole operation.
It's a whole thing. The guy was just like, hey, like I just came on here to promote the game. Like,
it's also like how many companies are just named after some dead dude that created it.
Yeah, like all of them. Man.
Yeah, like most of them.
Sorry, we're not all the first, Joe.
You mean like Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Was that his name? Disney?
Walt Disney.
His name was. Why did his name was fucking Walt? But was his last name really Disney?
I know it sounds flabbergasting now because you only think of it as this company.
That's a Disney ass name right there.
It is. Flabbergasting facts learned on TikTok. How many blimps do you guys think are in the world right now?
Yo,
probably
blimps?
too many.
Blimps.
Probably too many than
Take
we
a guess.
need. Wait. In the world. Like
in the entire
commissioned
world.
to fly.
How many exist in the world? And there's a separate answer for commissioned and in use.
how many exist?
How many exist?
How many can actually
like
fly?
hundreds of thousands.
More than 10,000.
25. 25 total blimps in
Hundreds
the
of
whole.
thousands.
25 in the
Fuck
whole
you.
world.
No,
12,
there isn't.
12 of them commissioned.
I was about to say, can't be
commissioned and
many.
in flight. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Whole
How many of
world.
them are owned
believe
by
it.
Goodyear?
I think 8 straight up.
I don't
8 or
believe
9. 8 or 9 of them. No, I swear to God, 8 or 9 of them are owned by Goodyear.
I don't believe it.
Because they
I don't
know one of
believe
them bitches is about to go down. This is not.
Do you think when a blimp has to they're like, we need an appearance here, do they have to fly that shit all the way there?
No,
If there's 12.
It's a blimp. Only like fucking the part that people are in are like the size of this room. The rest of it is all balloon. You put that shit on the back of a truck, drive it to some launch site,
for sure.
and then you just
It's like
Where are you
me
getting these
about that
facts?
country.
You getting that from
He said
TikTok?
TikTok,
you said?
bro.
TikTok off of Google though. They posted the Google searches.
All right,
This
shit.
guy on
Speed
TikTok
facts.
learned it from a girl on Bumble. On Hinge, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole.
Oh,
I trust.
I know what you're saying.
I trust the
I
chain
can
of-
confirm this because he shared it with me. So I know this is true.
It's all facts, dude.
It's all facts.
It's all facts. There you go.
All
25
facts.
blimps, whole world. 8 or 9 of them. owned by
Hundreds of
Goodyear.
thousands.
So many blimps.
Not
everywhere.
could fly though. Just
It's like planes are real concerned about
there's
it.
there's a whole
Low flying planes. Are
there's
just
a
like,
whole
oh, look, I'm a
warehouse.
blimp. All right, we're in blimp territory.
Yeah, all
now,
these
so it's-
goddamn. There's hundreds of thousands of these things.
there's a warehouse of just blimps not commissioned to fly. Just
It's all
stacked.
just the carriages.
Yeah.
Carriage
Like
deflated
in fucking
balloons.
Rise of Skywalker, they just come up like the damn Star Destroyers. It's-
I guess what was it? Was it the Heisenberg? That was pretty bad press for blimps.
The you're talking about the fucking
The Zeppelin. What's the difference between a Zeppelin and a blimp? Same thing, right?
Zeppelins are bigger. I mean, the principle's the same.
I think that wasn't the Zeppelin like
Hindenburg.
Hindenburg is what it was.
Heisenberg's from
Yeah, Breaking Bad, same thing.
I was like, I know Heisenberg wrong, but that sounds right.
S and a G.
Hindenburg.
Hindenburg.
Yeah, that was definitely the beginning of the end for balloon
blimps.
travel.
Yeah, they're like, that's
You know,
already slow.
Unrecreational.
Fuck hot air balloons, dude.
Yeah, they terrified.
I don't.
Fuck hot air
That's got
balloons.
to be. I mean, just like
I'll go in one for fun, but that thing's got to stay tethered to the ground. Like, I'm
Slide
curious
down
about
the
the
It doesn't
experience.
make any sense. Like,
but I
shoot,
don't
like-
wanna-
but like one that only goes so high.
Yeah, like I
Like,
just like
you wanna
okay,
leash.
this is cool.
Because like you're telling me,
Now
you
get me the fuck
understand
down
if
from
it's
here.
tethered to the ground and something goes wrong, it's not gonna go down any slower. It's just tied to the ground. Like,
if anything, it'll be worse. It'll like
you
catch,
better hope
turn it
you
sideways.
hope the world doesn't really just want you to go, and like a sinkhole doesn't pull you down with some
That's
extra force.
It's true.
What do you mean?
I know. I'm terrified of hot air
I mean,
balloons.
yeah, me too.
It's a wild. Yeah, it's a wild concept.
I don't get
You
it.
can't really steer
I don't
them,
trust
can
it.
you?
Well,
No, it's just like you use.
yeah, I think the flames got to pivot. And you know, and there's weight. I think the weight too. You you redistribute the weight bags.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's the whole.
But I feel like if the wind is like nah, it's just like well.
It will exactly.
Oh no,
We go
100%.
west
I'm
now.
pretty sure you have
Like
to
sailing.
plan flights
Around
all
wind
on
patterns.
that. Yeah.
Imagine being in a hot air balloon.
The recreational
and then just
places.
like you start getting blown over the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
There's probably like a rule about that. There's probably a rule about bodies of
You
water and
only
hot
do
air
it so
ballooning.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That'd
here's the
be-
problem. It's not so much like the basket isn't what's totally not buoyant. It's when that thing then just goes over you and just creates an unescapable net that just
and
wraps
then
you.
it just
You
sinks,
start filling
and
with
it just
water.
pulls you under. It's
And
like when they're
as you're sinking under, the nets surround you. So as you're trying to kick your way out to swim out to the surface, you just feel net. And the deeper the more you struggle, the deeper you go, the more the net gets wrapped around
but
you.
it's like it's created an air pocket, so the water's not killing you because it's just not getting inside yet, and you're just like pushing.
No,
you're
you're
trying to get
drowning
out.
inside of this thing.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. You're drowning, and so it's dark. You know,
Yeah.
water dark, and then but it feels like imagine being in a water balloon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I
Feels
didn't
like
think
you're
I would
inside
leave
a
here
water
today
balloon.
more terrified of hot air balloons.
That'd be an awful. That's like remember when they
Now I am.
they always say like if a boat's sinking, like swim away from it as fast as you can.
Oh,
'cause it
yeah.
gets
Because that shit'll,
suction,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
Especially if it's a
yeah.
big boat.
That's
Yeah.
That's what
usually how
took out
people
a lot of
drown in
people in the
boats.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Titanic.
that's usually how people drown in that shit.
God, that would be
The Titanic,
I can't,
like, that-
Literally can't even imagine
That concept
That would have
applying
ripped-
to the
oh, my
Titanic
God.
is the most horrifying thing I can think of.
I'm pretty sure, like, if you were stuck in the like,
I
in
would
the
rather
peak
be
of that, it, like,
swallowed
killed
by
you.
a whale shark. Dead ass. That happened to a motherfucker like a month ago, and
I was
he's
saying, like, at
you
the
just keep
Titanic,
crawling. You
he
just
made
keep
it
going.
out- He made it out. Was like, oh, I survived. Then just whale shark this guy.
that would actually be preferable because you're swimming out, you're just gonna freeze to death.
Yeah, or get eaten by sharks.
I don't think that happened at the Titanic.
Didn't happen to the Titanic.
That happened at the
Maybe polar bears.
That'd be too cold
the,
for sharks.
the boat that dropped off the
Back
nuke
then.
for World War II. That boat on its way back.
Oh,
The
wrecks and they got
USS
eaten by sharks.
Olympia. Was it the Olympia? Olympus?
No. That was the ship that picked up all the survivors of the Titanic.
The Olympia?
Yeah.
Olympus. What's the boat that dropped off the nuke and then got hit
I know
by
the plane that dropped off the
U-boat.
nuke. I don't know.
Yeah, there
I
was
don't know
the
the
boat
boat.
that transported to the planes
I don't know that one.
on the way back. Because remember in Jaws when dude's telling the story, he's like, that's what he's talking about. It's
Yeah, I don't
like the
remember the
biggest
name,
shark
though.
attack in the history of shark attacks. They dropped off the boat, or excuse me, they dropped
And
off the
just
nuke,
Turned into a feeding frenzy.
and then on the way back, they got hit by a U-boat. German or Japanese, I don't remember, and fucking sank their shit, and then all kinds of survivors in the water for weeks.
Damn.
And yeah, sharks were just feeding on them for weeks.
What an awful.
Some people survived.
Awful.
You hear about,
way to,
dude? You hear about that fucking building that collapsed in Miami?
I heard about it. Like, I heard about it in some offhanded bullshit way. They're like, there's like 150 people missing, and it's just like it was just built shitty, and the whole thing came down, dude.
Dude,
that shit scared, because that's some shit that can just happen to you. You're just like, I got a new apartment.
That's why I don't go on roller coasters.
Yeah, straight up.
That's why I don't do that.
Up.
That's just call me a pussy all you want. That's just how I feel. We were talking about that. You hear that building that collapsed in Miami?
Yeah.
Just fell down.
Yeah.
Dude.
160 people plus. There were like 160. Yeah, about. Just gone.
Yeah, there's a bunch quote just missing.
4 confirmed at the beginning of the report, but that's just. Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
In all of us, in
was it just
professional
like
land
building?
development, that's like the most horrifying thing.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst thing you would want to happen to something you were a part of.
Oh yeah.
Imagine all those people.
Mm-hmm.
There's people going to jail.
There's people.
There's a lot of people.
There's companies that are going to go under.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That same shit happened with the.
So many lives are affected.
A while, probably 5-6 years ago now, but that huge bridge collapse.
Was that Florida?
I think it might have been. It was a big deal, but yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
It's fucked up, dude. Was it just an apartment building?
It would look like it was like the way it looked like it was like attached to another building, but it was like a condo type building. Hence the large number of people.
I don't even want to like go back to my building now. Fucking. I guess if ours came down, it'd be like 6 people.
We're the first tenant of this thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Loud loud thunderstorms and shit happen. The building shakes and shit. I'm like, fuck me.
No, you could do like a cartoon, like ride the floor down.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Do like Spider-Man. Jump
more about stuff
I guess
falling on
you can
top
think
of
about
you.
the
You're on the top
I'm
floor,
on the
though.
top floor. Like, in terms of like me like doing that versus getting smushed by everything. What are my odds here?
I feel like it's better up here, but honestly, I don't know. I guess it depends how the building breaks. If you fall
Just
through
try
the
to
floor,
write it down. That's
Well,
your
if
best
it
move.
was blown up by the government, like the 2 towers were, it'll collapse straight down.
That's true.
You know, how was the building that was fine just demolished perfectly? Never mind. Kidding.
Dude, I don't know if I ever told you guys this. That's a real conversation someone had with me again.
It's a real conversation. A lot of people.
Well, no, over at Lexi's. Over at Lexi's, it
Dude,
was.
I need to go to her place with you. The shit goes down. You know, because they're all in college still, right?
Well, they graduated now, but at the time of this conversation, that's why.
That's why.
But so, dude, I'm in a
mad
kitchen.
philosophical and shit.
I'm in like Lexi's kitchen. It was just like everyone, like all the friends got together, like that lived in this duplex thing. And this girl goes like, she asked me like what I do, told her, engineer and stuff. She's like, oh, so like, she was like, so like 9/11.
Whoa.
Like, was it?
Wait. So you're like, oh, I'm an engineer. And she immediately goes 9/11.
You specify like that it was in like any sort of like building or architectural semi-related to any of that.
I probably said
Okay,
structural engineer.
That would have been amazing if she was like,
oh, you're an engineer.
Yeah, but like you were into like fucking like, I don't know, like agriculture engineer.
Yeah. I actually do biomedical.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But she's like, yeah, so like 9/11, like she was like, it was an inside job, right? And I was like,
I bet she has been waiting a very long time to meet a real
happened.
engineer.
I was like, I have no idea.
That's the best thing. I would have
same
paid
girl?
anything to see your face when she asked you that question.
I was just sitting there with the drink. I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I have no answer for this. Dude. I've never like.
What?
And then like she starts giving me facts like the jet fuel can't melt steel beam shit, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. This same girl was like, she was like, she asked me like how old I was or something. She was just like, yeah, how old are you? I was like 25. I think I was 25. She's like, what was the happiest year of your life? I was just like,
Jesus.
What?
I'd be like, stop asking
me
me
questions.
Are you gonna
heavy.
kill me?
I was like, oh, this is so intense,
fuck?
dude.
Want to make sure you've had happiness before I murder you.
It was fucking crazy.
It's like you were like regale some like great memory and then
What if
she
you
just
just,
slits
like-
your throat.
Well, she's like, what was the happiest year? Like 2006, easy. Like,
Yeah, off rip. I'll be ready for that, dude. 9/11, I ain't got a fucking clue.
Man.
It was the happiest year of my life, 2001.
Around September. It was fine.
That same Mayhem Fest was on the 10-year anniversary of 9/11. Just to bring this whole podcast full circle, dude. Look at that.
So Bush did do it.
Bush did do it.
That's what that means.
Me and Lexi were both there. This is all fate.
You were there? You were like 3.
No, at the 2011.
Oh.
At the
So you were with Bush, like you were in that class he was reading the book to when he got the fucking that would be some fucking
everything connecting.
that would be some
dude.
Wild shit.
It's like Tenet, dude. Have y'all seen Tenet?
Like you were front
I've
row.
seen it.
We got to interview the kid who's grown up who was in the front row because
Yeah,
he would have
where's
heard
that interview?
He would have heard the motherfucker lean in and been like, "Job's done."
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, and he would have been like, he would have been like, "Thanks, I'll get me a country ham biscuit." And like whatever he said back, and the kid was like, "That's what he said."
What? No one ever believed him.
Yeah.
Those kids
Except
were
for this
actors.
one girl at UNC.
Those kids were actors.
Those kids were actors.
It's actually like a control room. That's the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. That's the most fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. The kids in the room that Bush was present in when he got news of 9/11, which did happen to be on camera. They were all actors, so he could be stage reading a book to kids. That's just
They're actors, and they
I'm
were all
such
deaf,
a fan.
so they couldn't.
This is a fan fiction that I'm a fan of.
So they couldn't hear the
Good
confirmation.
times, man.
Oh man,
Have y'all seen
You saw-
Tenet though? I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you see some shit about you saw a boxing match.
Dude, my boy Lomachenko's back. Dude. Fucking.
He's gonna beat up Jake Paul.
I would be so sick.
I sort of don't care if unless he is. You know.
Dude, Anderson Silva might fight Logan Paul.
I saw that. It's gonna be another rigged fight. All these fights are
Dude,
rigged until
Anderson Silva already took a boxing match. Goddamn. Against they're turning my chip off, dude. We've been talking all this truth speak we've been doing there.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, you should
Shut
take
me
a
down.
boxing classes. Yeah, well, fucking motherfucker who played Batman had to do a lot of fucking taekwondo and shit before he played Batman too.
Wait, what?
Motherfucker.
What you talking? What?
Actors.
No,
Anderson Silva.
No, he already had a boxing match against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who was a
He's just broke.
well, he was a champion in boxing,
They're both
and his dad
retired.
is one of the greatest ever. So I mean, he's probably not broke, to be honest.
No, not that kid. That guy's doing it for the passion, legacy of his father. Anderson Silva's broke.
Anderson Silva beat him up. Though. I don't think Anderson Silva's broke either. to be
Well,
honest with you. He's real good. He was actually a really good boxer. And I'd be
Floyd's not
excited
broke,
to
and
see
he
him.
did the Paul fight.
We don't know if he's broke, dude.
You don't know Silva's broke.
That's fair. That's fair. But
They're all broke.
I would like to see Silva fight Logan Paul because he is Logan Paul's size. First of all, they're like the exact same size, and he actually hits pretty fucking hard.
I mean, he's got a mean stand-up game.
Oh yeah, that'd be another fight that I want to see him fight Jake.
The way he used to dodge punches was so disrespectful.
Oh yeah,
It
and he was
so
doing it in that
disrespectful.
boxing match too. It was against like a seasoned boxer, so it was crazy to watch. Floyd Mayweather was at the.
I heard about that.
You remember seeing the knockout went viral? It was for Gervonta Davis,
Yeah.
where he slipped out of the way of that punch and then threw an uppercut that sent the guy to space. He went up 2 weight classes to 140 pounds and
God
fought.
damn.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are not big, but it was a 12-round fight, kind of losing going into like the 8th round, and Floyd was not like in the crowd but in the corner type of thing, wearing way too many chains. They stacked up to like his jaw.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's, at some point,
Yeah.
but that's a lot of weight, bro. Like, I know he's got bodyguards and shit. Do you think went to the bathroom and was just like, hold these for a second, bro? Just like stretched his
Probably.
neck out, just like, God,
Nah,
like, yo, that is.
if anything, he's working out.
that's what
true.
it is. Just doing neck ups, getting his
Yeah.
jaw strong.
Yeah.
But he was in the corner telling the guy who was losing the fight, telling Gervonta Davis he was losing the fight. He was like, hey man, you told me to always be real with you. You're losing. Like
That is
and dude,
so Floyd.
Gervonta was just like basically like, man, fuck off, man. And he was like, oh, you don't want me to be real with you? You don't want me to be real with you? And it's just like the coaches and it was great. And Gervonta
Floyd's
ends
just
up,
distracted. Yo, I'll get in there and whoop your ass too, man. Keep that shit up.
and dude, he ends up. It was a great fight. Both these guys are like fucking our age too. It's just such a bummer. They're making so much more money. But
They're all making more money.
dude, a brutal. He was kind of like, again, really was losing the fight. Just a brutal body shot. One where like you can see the guy like get hit, try to take a breath, and just like, oh, my lungs aren't working right now, and just like have to like take a knee. He's like gets back up, wins like the next couple rounds, dude. Takes another body shot, and it was just like it was over, bro. It was over. So Gervonta won, dude. Loma won. My boy, my fucking boy.
He was hype.
It was hype, dude.
Was that on pay-per-view?
Loma was on ESPN Plus, and Gervonta was a Showtime pay-per-view.
So 2 different boxing matches.
Yeah.
They were scheduled accordingly.
They did kind of. I don't know if it was on purpose, but they did kind of stagger each other. Loma fought first on ESPN Plus, and then like right when his fight ended, it was like 2 rounds into.
I think someone's fucking my wife out there. That's what it sounds like.
It's the government, dog. They're shutting it down. They're shutting us down, dude. You see what happened?
I think we gotta
go.
You
see what happened?
Jesus.
Hey, man.
It's Biden.
She works for the government.
She works. Everyone around us works for the government. We were those deaf actors. George Bush's.
It was us the whole time.
It was always us, dude. It was always us. So you watched Loki?
Save it for something else. Save it for something else, man.
You don't want Cap?
Not bringing Disney back into this shit.
We did already bring him up, dude.
We did bring him up.
Yeah, we did bring up that anti-Semitic
bastard.
Yeah, we did. We've been a fucking piece of shit. Kevin Feige's your god now. Fuck out of here. Jacob,
what's up, dog?
Where can they get us if they want to talk whatever the fuck we were talking about today?
You would like to discuss a little conspiracy theory. Hit us up at Talkin Sauce Pod, no underscore, respect the underscore. If you're watching, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Podcast every Monday, Scrum every Wednesday or Thursday. You can get me at JCobb, JAY_COBBB.
You get me at Teebs, TABZZ.
You can find me on Reddit at UTBagsYourMom, 69420 lowercase x capital X. It's UTBagsYourMom, 69420 lowercase x capital X.
Didn't Mountain Dew sponsor us?
No.